Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone to rule well. Peace and blessing, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, this lesson I'm going to get into, spiritual, I'm going to read this. Just a quick lesson, how to get one in. Revelations, I'm going to start at verse 1, and I'm going to read down to verse 10. So this is Revelation 7:1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the living seal, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right, now this is going into Ezekiel 9 and 4. Okay, let me get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right? And this mark is a spiritual mark, okay? Because the mark in Revelation 13 is a physical mark, which is the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, okay, the RFID or NFC microchip. Typically, it seems like they're calling it RFID. All right, so the microchip implant is the mark of the beast, which is a physical thing. But this mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4, this mark is spiritual. All right, it's a mark exemption from judgment, and this mark is put on the elect. Okay, so it just said right here, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, so let me put a bookmark in this and connect precepts. 2 Peter, said 2 Peter. There we go. 2, and I'll start at verse 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So he's vexed. Okay, verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay, so it says Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, and then it says, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. All right, so it's talking about righteous men being vexed by wickedness. If we go back to Ezekiel 9 and 4, it said, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of, right? Those go hand in hand, all right? Being vexed and sighing and crying because of the wickedness, okay? And to the, let me read on, Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. This is Yahweh speaking to the angels. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, Defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. Okay, so as you can see, all right, this mark is going to protect, the men that have it, the elect, the elect and the 1/3, they are going to be protected with that mark, okay? And everybody else that does not have the mark, doesn't matter if they're a senior citizen or if they're a newborn baby or what, they're going to be killed, okay? They're going to be destroyed, okay? Whatever way it is, whatever way Yahweh has it set up for them to die. But a lot of our people are going to die in that nuclear desolation, okay? Now, back to Revelation 7. Let's read on in verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. So we can see that the 144,000 is all Israelites, right? Now this is the verse where Christians usually are like, see, this is where the heathens come in. No. Okay, the heathens are going into slavery for 1,000 years. And the Edomites, the so-called white race collectively, after that 1,000 years of slavery, they're going to be put to an end. All right, they're going to be wiped off the face of the planet. So let's read verse 9 and 10, and we're going to break this down, because we're going to figure out what this truly is talking about, because it's not talking about heathens, okay? And we brought out many scriptures showing that Yahweh is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and that Yahushua only died for the Israelites, right? Specifically the elect. Okay, so we know that the Bible doesn't contradict itself, so this is talking about something deeper than what it looks like. Okay, but we're going to get into it, okay, because it actually tells you what this multitude is 2 chapters before, all right, in chapter 5. So this is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. All right. So, to our power, we know that Yahweh, he said that, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their God. You know, he said things like that many times. Okay, who is his people? The Israelites. But let's prove what this verse is talking about, staying in Revelations. All right, this is Revelation chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. All right, so our people were redeemed, and this person that they're talking about that was slain and redeemed us was Yahushua. Okay, Yahweh had his son Yahushua die for the nation of Israel, specifically the elect. All right, and it says, and hast redeemed us to Yahweh by thy blood, out of every kindred, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Okay, and hast made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Okay, now here's where we're going to connect these precepts in different chapters. It said, and he had made us unto our power kings and priests. This is Exodus 19 and 6. Well, actually, I'll start at verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Okay, so all the earth is Yahweh's, of course, you know, because he created it. All right, you know, all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh by Shema Shai. All right, Yahweh created everything, you know, because Yahweh created Yahushai, and Yahushai created the elect, and the elect, you know, helped create the planet. But ultimately, you know, Yahweh gets the credit. Okay, because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't even have Yahushai. We wouldn't be here at all. Okay. But he just said all the earth is his, right? So the Israelites are his people. He's going to give the earth to his people. And that's how that's why the Israelites said, let me just put a bookmark in this real quick. That's why they said right here, I took the bookmark off of that. Revelation 7. That's why they said right here, and we shall reign on the earth, okay? Because right now we're in Esau's end, and we're in the beginning of Jacob's, okay? We're in the beginning of Jacob's, and we're going to rule the planet, right? Because Yahweh is allowing us to, and the planet is Yahweh's. Yahweh controls who rules and who doesn't, you know? Yahweh controls who is in rulership. All right, and he's about to strip Esau of his rulership, because Esau's time is almost up. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so once Esau goes down, once Yahweh sends his son Yahweh Shai back and America's laid desolate by nuclear missiles, and then we put the heathens in captivity, we're going to be ruling the planet forever. Okay? We're going to be in rulership. So we're in the end of Esau right now. The beginning of Jacob is nigh at hand. All right? Let's go back to this. Verse Exodus 19:6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. All right, holy means separate, Kodash, right? These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. So we know that according to this, if we go back, let me just put a bookmark in this. Okay, and then we go back to Revelations 5:10, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. We know that this is Israelites, okay, because who is going to be kings and priests? A nation of kings and priests, right? This is Exodus 19:6. I'm going to read it again. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Oh, so I thought there was... Oh, wait. Nation. I put nations. I don't know if there's an exact script that says... Okay, but that's what it was referring to. I thought I recalled hearing a verse that said, kingdom of... Let me just type this in here. Well, our nation had kings and priests. To name a few kings, they had King David, Solomon, Josiah, Jehoshaphat, Hezekiah, to name some of the just ones. And then we had priests, but that scripture in Revelations 5:10 saying that, made us a kingdom of priests, a kingdom of kings and priests, or a nation of kings and priests, that's referring to this, okay? So we know based off that's Israelites, all right? We're actually known as a kingdom of, or a nation, we're known as a nation of kings and priests, all right? We're a kingdom of priests. So we know based off these things that and all the other scriptures, once again, I didn't even bring out the scriptures saying that Yahweh was only dealing with Israel. I've made several lessons on that. You can also go on the website if you want to read it instead of, listen to it. You can go on the realhebrewisraelites.com, and they got loads of precepts on there for Yahweh only dealing with Israel. All right. So there's no contradiction here. And Christians, this is not talking about everybody. We just broke it down that this is clearly talking about Israelites. All right. Revelation 7:10, and cry with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. All right. The Lamb, he's known as a lamb because he's a sacrifice for the nation of Israel. Okay. This is only for the nation of Israel. But just to put this out there, this is not a color thing. Okay. You're an Israelite based off your patrilineal. You're an Israelite because your father's lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. To one of his sons. All right. That's why you're an Israelite. So Israelites look like all sorts of different nations right now, but they're primarily so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, people of so-called Negro and Indian descent from their father's seed line. All right, but there will be Israelites that look like, heathen nations, just like there's Edomites that look like so-called black people. And there's even Moabites that look like so-called black people, etc. From products of rape. You got to be, and all the mixed... races going, the mixed race going on, all these people mixing with heathens and such, and heathens mixing with Jake and all this, all right? Our women mixing with heathens and etc. Okay, it's all spiritually, it's all spiritual. Salaki, it's all spiritual. So if you come into this truth, you understand it, you're an Israelite. Okay, it's all about the elect right now. All right, 2/3 of our people are going to die. So let me get that real quick. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my God. All right, so that was the perfect precept, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Tawadi Yahweh Shemel Shai. That precept lined up perfectly. Excuse me, Salaki. Let me get because what did it just say right at the end? I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my God. Did it not just say that? I think it was Revelations 5, it said it. And has redeemed us, or Revelations 5 and 9, and has redeemed us to our power. And we can go to Revelation 7. And then it said, and cry with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. All right? So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kodash. All right, Rakah, Salaki, Raha Kodash. All right, I'm not that good at pronouncing that letter, but I'll get better. We'll get better. All right, but we do the best we can. All right, so Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, this condemn those that need to be condemned. And rebuke those that need to be rebuked. Okay. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great most and real well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Okay, because once again, that's who it's all about. All right, Yahweh Shemel Shai willing that we're of the 144,000, or if you're a sincere sister that's listening, that you're of the 1/3. All right, Shalom.